Hello, I'm Ian Peoples. I'm a Jesuit scholastic in Belize, working as a campus minister at St. John's College and as a chaplain at Belize Central Prison. Today we are reflecting on a passage from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus said to the crowds, "When you see a cloud rising in the west, you say immediately that it is going to rain, and so it does. And when you notice that the wind is blowing from the south, you say that it is going to be hot, and so it is. You hypocrites! You know how to interpret the appearance of the earth and the sky. Why do you not know how to interpret the present time? Why do you not judge for yourselves what is right? If you are to go with your opponent before a magistrate, make an effort to settle the matter on the way. Otherwise, your opponent will turn you over to the judge, and the judge hand you over to the constable, and the constable throw you into prison. I say to you, you will not be released until you have paid the last penny." The Gospel of the Lord. Well, brothers and sisters, I arrived to Belize just a few weeks ago, and it didn't take long for me to learn that if the wind was blowing in from the west, then it was going to be just a slightly cooler day outside. I was in quarantine my first couple of weeks here, and so I had a lot of time to notice things like changes in the wind that I may have otherwise overlooked. In other words, I was paying attention. And that's exactly what Jesus is exhorting us to do today, to open our eyes, to open our hearts, to pay attention. He says to the crowds, "Y'all know how to read the signs of the physical world. You must also learn to read the signs of the Spirit." What is Jesus referring to? Well, he's telling us that the fulfillment of God's plan is at work in him. Other places in the Gospels, Jesus tells us the reign of God is at hand. He's telling us, pay attention to what I'm doing, then follow my example. Imitating Jesus is the way by which we will settle things with our opponent. Just as Jesus refers to in the second half of our reading, we are all on our way to see the judge. And how will God judge our lives? By how much love and care we have shown to others. So, how do we begin paying God back for all the good that he has done for us? I like to look at the corporal and the spiritual works of mercy. The works of mercy are simple ways we can imitate Jesus' loving service to others. There are 7 of each of the corporal and the spiritual works. The corporal are feed the hungry, give drink to the thirsty, shelter the homeless, clothe the naked, visit the sick and the imprisoned, and bury the dead. And the spiritual are instruct the ignorant, counsel the doubtful, admonish sinners, forgive offenses, comfort the afflicted, bear wrongs patiently, and pray for the living and the dead. Brothers and sisters, we are all on the way, and we are all called to help settle the matter of the human suffering we see all around us. We can't fix everything, we know that. But I like to recall Mother Teresa's words when I struggle to see and embrace and do something about the suffering in the world around me. Mother Teresa says, "We can do no great things, only small things with great love." Jesus gave everything for us, and we too are called to give every last penny of our lives to others. So what small act is God calling you to do with great love today? If you have food or water to give, then give it. If you see someone grieving, then comfort them. If you know someone who is sick or dying, even if you can't visit them during the pandemic lockdown measures, social distancing, you can still pray for them. Brothers and sisters, the reign of God is now, and yet we are still on the way. Both are true. So let's live today so that others may come to experience that reign of God's love in their own hearts. And together, we will build the kingdom with Christ, for Christ. Amen.